You know what time it is, man. It's time for the Life of Pierre 5. I'm very excited to be jumping into this. Oh my god, I can't wait, dude. 16 tracks, I've heard 2 of them already. You can catch the reaction to For You and Groceries on my channel. I believe I have both of those reactions up there, man. But, you know, my first reaction to the Life of Pierre 4 was one of the videos that I wish I could go back and redo, because that album ended up growing on me a lot. And to this day, people ask me if I still hate that album, and I didn't hate it the first time around, but I heavily enjoy it now, whereas before, you know, I wasn't vibing with it as much first listen. And I'm really glad to be, you know, coming into this with that perspective, the perspective of somebody who is now more familiar with Pierre's music and ready and willing to, you know, openly accept whatever he brings and just enjoy it and just vibe to it. You know, this is more so just about the vibe and what's going on, you know, musically and just the atmosphere, and I just can't wait to jump into this, man. I'm very excited. I had to put off listening to it for, what, 3 days? This is the 3rd day since it dropped, so people are saying that it's really good. Hope my excitement comes across in this video, man, because I really, you know, I'm happy to be diving into this album right now. So I know that these tracks most likely transition into one another. Somebody did mention that in my stream on Friday. Show up to the streams, by the way, if you're a real one. Oh, and if you're new, subscribe. I'm watching you. Yeah, so I'm gonna be letting the tracks transition into the next one, and then I will be pausing it to review the track that I just heard. I mean, I hope I don't get too repetitive. I'm going to mention the word probably vibe a lot, but, you know, you guys know. If you're a Pierre fan, you know vibe is the main thing with his music. So, intro, track 1. It's going to flow into Switching Lanes with Playboi Carti. I didn't know there was a Playboi Carti feature on this project. Yo, that's going to be crazy. Yeah, so I'm going to let it transition into track 2, like I said, and then I'll review it. With that said, let's jump into it, dude.
Probably.
I need these presets, man. Yeah, the Pierre sound effects.
Yeah.
Oh!
See, I'm trying to blow me ride, Jordan. I need a car.
Okay.
I just want something to drive, honey. Just put me on my tire to blow me ride.
Okay, I'm gonna call you right back. Baby, give me brain. Yeah. Baby, go insane. Yeah. Let me.
Okay, so yeah, the intro, I mean, what is really there to review? It's just kind of like a skit for the actual track, which is track 2, Switchin Lanes with Playboi Carti. I'm so happy that the synths that we heard during the little skit actually, you know, are the synths for the actual beat that we're gonna hear him and Playboi Carti on, because, you know, I was just super interested in them and I couldn't wait for him to add some drums to it and possibly hear Playboi Carti rap over this beat. I can't wait to hear what he does with this. So yeah, the intro's cool. I guess now we're into the actual song, Switching Lanes with Playboi Carti. So probably on a future listen, just skip the intro and, you know, head straight into track 2, because that's where the actual song starts. Let me restart Switching Lanes and let's get it, man.
Yeah, let me switch lanes. Go a different pace. Man, I'm on a plane. Too much money game.
That bounce is so great already.
Ignorant ways.
Boom.
Ignorance of place.
Boom.
Mama just
Fire.
prayed. Grandma just for my birthday. I want more than you, babe. Fuck you any day. Make you scream my name.
Yeah.
Man, I wasn't changed. Step my loose change. Man, you know the rules. Yeah, it's still the same. Yeah.
Love the flow, man.
Let me switch lanes. Go a different pace.
Yo, his vocals are so smooth. I love that this kick isn't super punchy. It's just super clean, nice. It's got a nice thump to it, but it's not harsh. It's not super distorted. It's really nice and fits the vibe really nicely. You know, it's just like a really clean thump sound to the kick. It's got a nice oomph to it on the low end, but it's not super punchy and distracting. It's awesome. Everything about this right now is just clean. Harmonizing in the background, let's go. I already heard some Carti ad-libs in there, so let's go, man. What's he gonna do on this? Yeah. I wish there was more to Playboi Carti's verse. I was enjoying his flow there, man, but it seems like right as he kind of got into it, he ended it. You know, I think that there was too much of like teasing the start of his flow towards the beginning, and then when he finally hit his flow and it was really cool, he kind of ended it. I wish we got more from Playboi Carti there, but I'm not mad at what we did get. It was pretty cool, you know.
Too much money game. Bought a new chain. Ignorant ways.
What is this? These have to be like manipulated vocals, right? Processed vocals. Sounds like Kanye made this. Oh man. This next beat's about to be crazy, dude. And he's slowing it down. Oh, wow. Slower vibe for the next one. Oh, man, I kind of like the fast-paced arpeggios that we had there towards the end of that track, but the way that he transitioned into that next beat was really Kanye, esque. I think that processed vocals, the humming, like the layering there was just so interesting. I wish we get more. I hope we get more of those for track 3, but I'm not mad at the vibe on this one. I really like the bounce. I really like the beat. And the only thing that I really have kind of negative to say about it is I wish we got more of Playboi Carti in here. I wish that he gave us a little something more than the very few actual bars that we got from him. There was a really big lead up into his verse that I think that was kind of unnecessary. I wish he kind of just dropped right into it and gave us a couple more bars instead of just teasing us and then giving us a little quick something and dropping back out. But also he needs to drop the Whole Lotta Red Deluxe. But I'm kind of salty on the whole Playboi Carti subject right now because of that, because he's holding that off. So I need him to drop that, and then he'll be back, on my list of people that I'm okay with. So yeah, it's a nice track. Let me restart HULU, track 3. Crimson Chin. That bass is nice. Those low-key harps are awesome too, man. The explosion sound effect is nice too. Different 808 now. Hey. This all you need right here. This little dance move is all you need. He's in his bag right now, bro. Fire. Oh my god. Pierre is not human, bro. Nice, yeah. Okay, so the transition there wasn't super clean. It really just kind of cut out, and then he did his tag and then dropped into the new beat. It's not bad, but it didn't transition seamlessly into the next one like the first few did. So what do I have to say about that last track, man? That last track is perfect, in my opinion. Like, I don't even think it's too long, 5 minutes and 12, but I was floating, man. There's like a really cool, subtle harp that's doing the main melody. He added in a little lead that almost sounds like a really muffled flute that's pitched down. That's probably how I would approach creating that sound. And it really just comes in and plays 2 notes. It's ooh, ooh, and it literally just 2 little notes over the top of those harp sounds, and there's a little bit of a brighter sounding synth doing some keys, and some melodies over the top of that too that are just so sweet. The 808, the first one that comes in, is super subby, man. It's very heavy. It's gonna punch you in the gut, and the melodies are gonna, lift you up and levitate you. And yeah, man, his performance is really dope too. Super clean. He's just doing the bare minimum so that he doesn't overpower the rest of the track. He really lets the beat shine and carry that vibe all the way through to the end. I think it's really, really well done. HULU and Switching Lanes made it onto my playlist, by the way, the Patreon playlist. So, Couch, track 4.
Now look at me now, we don't even be speaking no more. Hood legend, my city be wild. I'm in the trenches, I'm on the benches, and I'm up no snooze. Ice on me like hockey dudes.
Oh my god, this new beat's crazy. I already like the beat for 42 more than I like the Couch beat. The one for Couch isn't bad. I feel like Couch would have been a better track if it had a feature on it. I could kind of hear Gunna, maybe doing a verse on this. I think it might have just added something, something different to it, because it's not a bad song at all. It's a really cool little vibe, and I don't think that I would skip it either, listening to this album. But I feel like after, a couple minutes, it gets a little repetitive. 4 minutes and 20 seconds for this is a little too long without having that extra, something special on there. So maybe Gunna could have done a feature on that, and that would have been really, really cool. But this beat for 42 that just dropped is already more catchy, more energetic, just way more impressive in my opinion. I mean, the little bell.
Sleeping at the driver man. Yellow tape on the road, do the gunfire.
That's so catchy.
Some days, but at least I tried.
These new ARPs are awesome. Slow it down. Pierre's not from this planet, man. He can't be. The theremin sound. Let's go. He's cooking, bro. Oh my god, hold on. That's the next track already. Man. Yo, these transitions are crazy. I already feel like some of these arrangements that he's doing for the transitions are already more impressive than The Life of Pierre 4. A lot of times the transitions in The Life of Pierre 4 were just, you know, he would find a way to carry one beat into the next one by adding a melody from the next beat into the previous one, making sure it's in the same key, and then speeding it up or slowing it down and kind of pitch shifting it until it ends up in the right key, and then just transitions seamlessly into it. But here it's almost like there's, you know, orchestration and there's instruments that are getting added that aren't even going to be in the next beat, but it's there for the transition. It's there to make the transition a little more epic, a little more, you know, colorful, a little more vibrant and alive, and kind of keeps you guessing because you don't know, you know, when the transition starts towards the end of the track, there's instruments coming in, instruments leaving, different arrangements, different patterns, and you don't know what of that is going to be in the next beat, if anything at all. The transitions have been very, very impressive. God, I love the fast-paced, you know, super nice energy to this beat. Bell, the arpeggiated bell, and the nice bright synths behind it are awesome to me. Drum pattern, I mean, Pierre's drums always have bounce, so what am I going to say, you know? I mean, his drums are super simple, and, you know, his use of sound effects and synths is really what gives him that crazy kind of vibe, that really nice bounce. Loving it, man, loving it. And like I said, I like that lower voice, like lower tone, you know, performance that he approached that track with too. That was really cool, in my opinion. So something a little different from Pierre there, and yeah, not mad at that. That's also on my playlist. 42 is one of my favorite tracks so far. Biology 101, let's go. This sounds familiar. I think that this song might have leaked. I didn't listen to any of the leaks, but what happened is it leaked, and there's a producer on YouTube called 16 who remakes Pierre beats. He does tutorials on how Pierre makes his beats and things like that, and I'm pretty sure he remade this one, and he did it really well, so this is why it sounds really familiar to me. It's so simple, but it sounds so good. I Just Want Your Body Like Anatomy is, I get what he's saying, but it's funny because he says that, and immediately I picture somebody like being dissected in an anatomy, you know, class where they like dissect frogs and cats or whatever they're dissecting. And so I Just Want Your Body Like Anatomy, where it's like a body being dissected, and Pierre Bourne is a psycho. Next horror movie is going to be about Pierre Bourne dissecting people in a basement somewhere. That's interesting. I'm hearing some of those bells in the background. They sound a little dissonant. But yeah, let's talk about Biology 101, man. It's not grabbing my attention like 42 did, for example. It isn't as impressive. It's, you know, relatively simple and definitely slower paced and more of a laid back song. I still think it's got an awesome atmosphere to it. Really dope vibe. I still wouldn't skip it. I don't think it's a bad song by any means. Maybe a little repetitive with the I Just Want Your Body Like Anatomy, you know, the little hook, but, you know, it's still a good song. I don't think there's really been any skips so far. Pierre's kind of really bringing the consistency, a little bit of versatility, and definitely showing how much he's improved his production since his last project. So, yeah, I like it, man. It's pretty dope. Let's get into YNS. Yeah, those bells in the background are a little dissonant. That's probably intentional, assuming, but I don't know how I feel about them. I don't think I like them that much.
Young nigga, yeah, got big dreams. VIP.
This is a little rough.
With the killers, free jockeys. Nigga caught about it at 15. Watch that nigga on crush like so.
I knew that was coming, man. As soon as he did the Raven bar, I'm not really feeling this one, man. I'm just not vibing with it. Anyways, that's already Sossboy too. Yeah, YNS, like I said, I wasn't really vibing with it, man. You know, the dissonance in the beat from the bells in the background is, it's off-putting to me. I also just wasn't really rocking with his flow or the hook or anything really about it. You know, some tracks just don't hit the same for me as others do. And that I think I would skip. I think that might be the first skip of the project. It's tough sometimes to try and describe why you feel a certain way about a song. Sometimes it's just a feeling that you have where you and the song just don't mesh, you know what I mean? So I think that might just be what happened there. Still, for the first iffy track to come up 7 tracks into the album, we're still heading in the right direction, I think. So Sossboy 2 and Lil Uzi Vert. This started off a little weird, I'm not gonna lie. But we'll see how this goes.
Sleep on me just like a knife. Scary like you see with the light. Cause your diamond ain't hitting right. I got bands like I'm in sync. Money talk at the same time like Jinx. Smoking on purple like Crown Roar. Bitch, I'm a king like Simba Roar. When I'm in Paris, just
I'm a king like Simba Roar. This new lead is definitely too loud.
Car so fast, look like Andretti. I want top, I want that Betty and carry. I put diamonds in my motor so I can see the tooth fairy.
I mean, did he rap this like over the phone or something? Something sounds really weird about this mix for his vocals, dude.
Yeah, diamonds on my neck, it got my fucking throat froze.
Man, Sossboy 2 is a weird song, dude. There's that lead that comes in that is way too loud and overpowering Pierre's vocals. And then Lil Uzi Vert, his verse sounds like it was rapped over the phone. There's a really weird filter there. The quality of the recording or the mixing, that whatever processing they did on his vocals made it sound almost like it was in mono, like it lacked depth, and like the ad-libs were really loud in the background and kind of distracting as well. And something about the way that they, put Lil Uzi Vert's vocals together just makes it sound, strange, really strange. Sossboy 2, again, is just not really for me. It's got a more aggressive feeling to it, and I think Pierre, he makes great aggressive beats, but I don't think that his aggressive performance is as captivating to me as his more melodic, catchier, performances. I think I prefer Pierre to leave the aggressive beats for other artists and really make songs that are just kind of fun and melodic, like For You, for example, you know what I mean? Or Groceries, which are the 2 that I've heard already, or 42, the more melodic, fun, upbeat, kind of almost like bubbly kind of songs. Pierre's got a great voice and a great vibe and a great ear for that sort of music. And, I want to listen to Pierre's music to vibe and to have fun and to feel good. And, I just don't think that he does the aggressive stuff really well. But let's see what Practice sounds like.
Feeling me like a survey. She throwing a kid in my nigga Patrick. I got my guap, I got a metric. He got my draw, he got the addy. Moved on my ball like a hoop, throw me the alley. Gotta stay on point like a decimal. Bitch, I ball, but I don't hoop. Money tall, it look like Bobo. Like Red Run, you my son like JoJo. Yeah, they stole my whole flow. I'm by 80 rest, boy, you gon' bro. I want a piece of cheese like.
Yo, these lyrics are actually really funny. Okay, so 40 Clip sounds like it's going to be another dark, aggressive track. Man, Practice has some really funny lyrics, dude. Really funny lyrics. Let me see if I can call back to some of those because, God, they were really funny. I think he said, smoke all the drugs, not the Explorer. Pockets strong, eat your vegetables, run that play like X and O. I got that gas like Texaco. My bitch look like Betty Boop. All these blues like Uncle Snoop. Tupac, yeah, you lost the juice. What? I ball, but I don't hoop. Money tall, it look like ball. Like Rev Run, you my son like JoJo. Pussy real pink, yeah, just like Slowpoke. That's one of my favorites. That's That's hilarious. Austin Powers tried to steal my mojo. Soldier Boy, yeah, they stole my whole flow. Bro, I don't want a piece of your cheese like DiGiorno. This is a classic, you know? Poetry right here. This is poetry. And then immediately starts the second verse with, I'm in the cut like Neosporin. Rolling up flour like I'm a florist. Fly out the country like I'm a tourist. Smoke out the truck. It's not an explorer. Oh, is that the bar? Oh, Spotify had the bar wrong then. Spotify had it as smoke all the drugs, but not the explorer. Written like Dora the Explorer. You know, anyways, this makes more sense. Smoke out the truck. It's not an explorer. I hit the gas like I'm about to floor it. The gas bar. Right. That's actually a bar. That's a bar. Smoke out the truck. It's not an explorer. Like he's hotboxing in there and the smoke is coming out the windows. Right? They open the windows and the smoke comes out of it. I hit the gas. But also I hit the gas like I'm about to floor it. That's a really cool simile. That's nice. But also when you hit the gas, there's like smoke coming out of the tailpipe. Smoke out the truck. That's actually, you know, it's pretty nice. I'm from the hood, Kool-Aid and water. That 12, he Law and Order, which is pretty funny. Benedict Arnold, you treason. You couldn't walk in my shoes because you want to walk in some Yeezys. Oh, and the end of this verse is with the IQ bar. Baby, come give me IQ. Yeah, her head make me think clear. Wish I could take a pic of your heart so your love stay. Said she feeling me like a survey. She throw in the kit. It's not first aid. I swing my bat. She swing my way. That's really funny, man. Some really funny bars in here. I like it. You know, I'm not mad at that. Maybe a little long. Not the biggest fan of the beat. I think there were way better beats so far on this album. But the lyrics definitely kept me interested because they were pretty charismatic and pretty funny. 40 clip. Let's go. I get money, George Lucas. I'm like LeBron. I get the ring, not this year, man. Unfortunately, I'd love to see LeBron win a fifth ring. I'm trying to see Chris Paul win this year, though. I want to see Chris Paul win a ring, dude. Hey. Yeah, Retroville is more my style, man. I maintain that 40 clip is, you know, one of those more aggressive songs, and it just doesn't really feel right when Pierre's performing it. That said, the beginning of the track where he was in that melodic kind of flow, he found that really cool pocket. I like that part. But I just feel like the rest is almost like he's almost trying to be something that he's not. Like it just doesn't sound right. His vocals are too smooth, they're too clean, it's almost weird to say it, but they're too innocent sounding, right? He doesn't have the voice of somebody who is aggressive or belongs on a beat like this. So I like the beat again. It just doesn't sound like it was made for Pierre himself to be rapping over it. Now that said, I'm not saying that it's bad. It just doesn't sound right to me. If you enjoy Pierre's more aggressive tracks, then more power to you. There's a couple of those on here, that I think you might enjoy. Not Retroville, 40 clip included. It's just not for me. But Retroville came in and it's got that style, like I said, the more melodic, kind of fun, catchy vibe that I think Pierre really shines on. And so I'm assuming, having heard the first few seconds of Retroville, that I'm going to enjoy this track a little more than I did track 10. Yes, this is it. Wow. That's pretty funny. Definitely think he does way better on tracks like this. Interesting. Really interesting bounce to Drunk and Nasty already. Yeah, Retroville made it onto my playlist. That was another one of the tracks that made it on there, man. Super fun, kind of catchy. Does the whole skirt thing kind of get old a little bit? So maybe just skip the last hook. But I do like how he went from that to saying skirt, shirt, panties, bras, she'd take it off. Like, just transitioning from something that's normally an ad-lib to the actual word skirt. It's not super clever or anything, but, it just was kind of unexpected when out of nowhere he said shirt, and then he went into panties and bras, and I was like, whoa, what's going on right now, you know? It's not a bad song, man. It's definitely just one of those ones that you put on in the car and just don't even think about it too much. You just kind of have fun with it, you know what I mean? So yeah, I like it, man. That's what I'm here for. Like I said, I'm not here to rage or anything. I'm just here for a good time, dude. Not a long time, you know what I mean? Drunk and Nasty had an interesting bounce to the beginning of it, so let's get into this. Yeah. Yeah. Is that pause normal? Or did my Spotify just screw up there? I thought something was wrong, man. Want to get drunk and nasty? Oh. It's one thing to get drunk, bro, but nasty? Don't overthink it, man. Just enjoy it, you know? Hey. Shark found the flow, man. He found it. Stick with it. Let's go. I'm rolling like Drake on Degrassi. Let's go. Okay, yeah, so that's Amen. Man, Drunk and Nasty. I think my favorite part might be Shark's feature, dude. He found a really dope flow, and he, you know, stuck with it, man. He did a great job there. Really nice performance. Beats fun. Yeah, like I said, just don't overthink it, you know? I'm not overthinking it. I had fun listening to it. I guess that's what matters. So, yeah, I guess that's what I'll say. I had fun listening to it. Track 13 is Amen.
Since I had my space, yeah, I've been a top AET. I go out of space, just go back home. Out of this world, out of body, how I feel, yeah, hold on, and right. Don't shoulder, for that bitch, she crying on your shoulder, yeah. Cause you can feel it, when you had to ride, had to walk, do you feel me? Yeah, they niggas out in the Lord, say, had to get my guap, say, since I had my space, go back home, out of this world, out of body experience.
I've already heard Groceries, but I do want to see how he transitions into it. Yeah, I've heard Groceries already. So we're going to be skipping Groceries and moving on to Butterfly. And I've also heard For You already, but I'm definitely going to play For You because that's my favorite so far that I've heard. Although maybe 42 competes with it. HULU was really fire too, but in any case, Amen is nice, man. It almost feels like an interlude. It's definitely shorter than a lot of the other tracks on here. It's almost like a little short kind of like laid back love ballad that Pierre made there. Really subtle, definitely more on the low key, you know, vibe. But I like it. It's kind of sweet. I mean, the lyrics aren't super, you know, in depth or introspective or anything like that, but I don't know. It's still a really cool little track to listen to, man. I like some of the different flows, you know, like when he says the I got game, Saints Row, E.T., I go outer space, just go back home. Like the little pocket that he finds for those bars is, you know, it's cool. It's cool. The rhymes don't necessarily fall exactly where you expect them to there. So I like that. It's not bad. It's not my favorite track, but it's not bad at all. Like I said, I've heard Groceries already. Let's go to Butterfly. I love that tag. How's he gonna transition into For You, man? I already hear the 808. Yeah, the transition from Butterfly into For You, kind of iffy compared to some of the other ones that are on this album. Definitely not mad at Butterfly, man. I think that the synths are probably my favorite part about that beat. The way that they go, like, they get choppy towards the end of the bar and then, you know, just drop right back into it. The drums, you know, with the bounce there is really, really cool, dude. You know, not even really paying attention to everything that Pierre's saying. Just kind of the melodies that he's singing along with the beat is everything that, you know, that I really need there, man. The vibe is just awesome, you know, super fun. just music that you kind of feel good while you listen to. Music that kind of makes you want to move a little bit. You know what I mean? It's just like, it's just a fun time, man. It's just a fun time listening to this music. So I definitely really like that. Like I said, I've heard For You already. Still going to play it because I really enjoy it. And then we'll get into the end of this video. So let's get it, man.
If you getting mad,
No.
damn, baby, it's a flag on the play, let me hold you.
Oh man, I love this track, dude.
PlayStation.
Girl, you know I'm for you. Like my PlayStation. Girl, let me console you.
Yeah, that's probably my favorite track. Standout tracks off of this project, man. Definitely HULU. Switching Lanes was cool. I wish we got more from Playboi Carti, like I said, but HULU is definitely up there, man. 42 is definitely up there. Which one was I talking about that was like really fun? Retroville, maybe. I'm not sure that it's up there, but it was definitely a nice breath of fresh air after 40 clip, which I don't think that I enjoyed too much because it was definitely one of the more aggressive ones. For You is absolutely up there, man. Amen was a nice little vibe too. That was a really nice little change of pace. Definitely slower and a little bit more romantic. I think it might be the track that's least played on this album as well. So yeah, it is. People aren't liking the little romantic vibe, Pierre, but I enjoyed it, man. So yeah, guys, you know, I don't know that it's album of the year. I don't know that it's winning any awards. But damn, is it fun to listen to this, man. It is really fun to listen to this album. And I'm going to listen to it again and again and again. And those tracks that I named that are my highlights are definitely going to be in heavy rotation for a minute, dude. It doesn't have to be the most conceptual, super heavily lyrical, kind of most elaborately produced album. Sometimes you just got to feel good when you listen to it, man. And that's really all of that it is. It's a really fun vibe. You're going to put it on. You're going to have a blast. It's going to make you want to dance. It's going to make you want to move. Sometimes that's all you need, dude. So if you haven't heard this, get out of the rock that you've been living under, first of all. And listen to it, man. Stream it. Stream it. Find the tracks that you really enjoy. Come back to those and support Pierre, man. I'm really happy to hear him, you know, as an artist and not just as a producer. I think he definitely has a space carved out for himself in this world. And I'm just glad that he's making the music that he wants to make, man. Whether I like it or not, whether you like it or not, Pierre is going to make the music he enjoys. And I think that we're all better off for it, man, because this guy's very talented. As a producer, as an artist, I'm just happy he's around, dude. So, really fun video to make, man. Honestly, super fun listening to this album. I had a blast. I hope you guys did too, man. I hope that the amount, like the level that I enjoyed this album comes across in this video. And yeah, catch a stream sometime if you're new. If you enjoyed the video, drop a like. It helps the YouTube algorithm to push it out to new people. If you have a friend who you think might enjoy it, share it. Share a link. And subscribe to my YouTube channel. Support the social media. And oh yeah, hop in the Discord. I'm really active in there, letting everybody know when and where I'm going to be streaming, what time, if I'm going to be pushing a stream to a later date. That's all in the Discord, so there's a link in the description if you want to join there. Huge shout out to my patrons and my members for supporting the channel monthly and helping me to keep making these videos as often as I do. I'll see you guys later, dude. I'll see you guys later. Have a great day. Thanks for watching. Until then, until the next time I see you guys, stay safe and peace out.